It doesn't feel right to be sharing bad news. It doesn't feel right, but it's at that point where we need help. I guess we're sounding the alarm.
DLCD, Department of Land Conservation and Development, has come out with a policy recommendation that if it's adopted later this year, will make it virtually impossible for agritourism to survive.
The DLCD rules will put the nails in the coffin for us.
If you enjoy a U-pick, if you enjoy farm-to-table dinners, if you enjoy pumpkin patches, if your kids enjoy a hay ride or a cow train, these are the kind of things that we and other farms are going to lose. It's not what the public wants. DLCD and with 1,000 Friends of Oregon's help, they're trying to shut agritourism down.
It certainly feels like we're in the crosshairs, and I don't understand why.
Who benefits if small to medium-sized farms go under? Right? Who benefits if you can't go to U-pick or pumpkin patches or enjoy those like fall harvest activities?
Or if your school can't have a field trip and your kids can't come, pet an animal, why is that under attack? I really do believe that the more you're able to share this video or like this video or just get the word out, hopefully we'll hit the ears of people that can actually make a difference.
If you want to see small, medium-sized farms like ours stay in business, if you want to be able to keep coming to farms, we're not asking for money. We're asking for a couple minutes of your time. In our case, go to our website. From our homepage, you can find very simple contacts for
the governor,
to the governor,
yeah,
to DLCD,
your senators, legislators.
Make a simple request to support agritourism, support small to medium-sized farms, and keep them from being shut down by these policymakers.
Did y'all see the video with the white man asking black people to step up and save America? Excuse me, sir. Didn't we try to sound the alarm and tell y'all that the competition that happened in November of last year, if you voted for the wrong person, what was going to happen?
Today in Trump's America, small-town farms in Arkansas are begging for welfare. They can't sell their soybeans to China. Who knew that so many farmers were making $10,000 an acre from China? Who knew?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, white folks are begging black Americans to save them from bankruptcy. They are rage and confused. So today's video, we are going to see how majority of white folks, they are begging black Americans to save them from bankruptcy. We have been seeing how the white farmers, they are being crying simply because these people, they voted for deportation. The white farmers, they voted for deportation, and these people, they knew very well that the people who are helping them in the farms, they are immigrant people, and these people, they went ahead and vote the immigrant people to be deported back to their country. So majority of immigrant people, they have been deported back to their country. And also we have been seeing that these immigrant people, they are not showing up to the farms, to the MAGA farms, the white farms. So because of them not showing up, we have been seeing majority of the white farmers, they have been crying because the crops, they are rotting in the farms, and there's no people who are going to pick that crops. The black people, they have refused to go and help them to pick the crops. And also we have been seeing how these people, they have been going bankrupt. So these people, they have been going bankrupt and they are really crying and suffering. So right now we are seeing them, they are coming out and telling asking black people to come and save them. They want black people to go and work in their farms. They want black people to go and pick the crops in the farm so that these people cannot go bankrupt. But what the black people, they are telling them, it is shocking. So guys, I want you to watch this video till the end, then I'll be back with more comment. All credits goes to the original creator of the video. I'm your host, Dash Lifestyle. Remember, this video, it is only for educational purposes. We are here to learn.
When people say we could just get rid of our immigrant population and then have regular old American citizens take over these farm jobs, those people have no idea what they're talking about and have no idea how much skill this work takes. Example number one. I moved to Big Island and was like, I'm good at farming, I'm good at gardening, I can grow stuff here, it'll be great, we can grow our own food. Wrong. Failure after failure after failure. I had no idea what I was doing for this specific location, and I had to take an expensive year-long course on basically how to grow stuff here. That's why I'm so successful now. That's why I can sell vegetables now. But without that course, the Go Farm Hawaii that was done through the University of Hawaii, that wouldn't have happened. Now I'm running my own farm business, and that brings us to example number two, which is it is nearly impossible to find farm help that is at the skill and knowledge level that we need it to be to hit the ground running. And not only that, but some of these people are just impossible to teach and to train. And by that, I mean, you can tell them what to do, you can show them what to do over and over again, and it just doesn't sink in. I've had so many people reach out to me proactively asking to work on my farm, asking to do work trades or work for vegetables for like a small amount of time or to work for pay. And I'll have those people up here and we'll do kind of a working interview, and I'll go over some of the rules of the plot. The number one rule up here is you don't step in the beds. This is a clay soil. It compacts super easily. You don't step in the beds. It doesn't matter if you think there's something planted there or not. You stay on the paths. If you have to move from bed to bed, you jump over the path, or you jump over the bed onto the other path, or you go around if you don't think you can step or jump over. And almost every single person who has come up here, I will tell them, number one rule, don't step in the beds. Every single person steps in the beds at least once, and I don't have them back up here because I can't afford to deal with people making those kinds of mistakes over and over again. I had another person who, she has some experience farming and gardening. She grows a lot of herbs. She wanted to come work for me in exchange for using some of my plot space to grow some of her herbs. And I was like, that's fine. That's great. I know that she knows her stuff. So I come up here with her. We're doing some work together. We're doing transplanting. She keeps transplanting things too deep. She keeps getting dirt in the crotch of the plants, which causes them to die almost immediately. And I kept telling her, hey, don't get the dirt up above the crotch. You can't have any leaves or any bases of the leaves under the soil. And no matter how many times I told her, she would just keep doing it because she thought she knew better. And I will tell you, 70% of those plants did die within the first few days. And I probably should have let this person go after that, but I gave her one more chance and I asked her to help weed the cucumber house, and she left to go take a lunch break, and she left the screen door open for 2 hours. And so now, a couple weeks later, I am dealing with an outbreak of moths in here, the pickle worm and the cucumber moth. I am having to remove whole plants that are just absolutely destroyed. I'm losing a lot of money now because she decided that it was fine to leave the screen door open, and I told her, hey, I'm gonna let you go because you left the screen door open. She's like, oh, it was only for a little while. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It takes 5 seconds of that door being open for 2 moths to get in, and those 2 moths turn into 20 moths and all your cucumbers are gone. So yeah, I guess that's my almost 4-minute long rant about why we need our migrant workers in agriculture. I do think that they should be paid more and they should have stronger worker protections, and also they need to stay because if they all leave, we will starve.
See, Black people are the originators of all skin folk and kinfolk. We know that just because somebody look like you doesn't mean they have your best interests. So y'all, now your livelihood is affected, your business is affected, your family are affected. So now y'all are concerned and scared and worried and want us to step up and save y'all. And you know what's going to happen right after we save y'all? I mean, do we look like the Black Avengers? Right after we save y'all, y'all gonna go back to doing the same thing? So absolutely not. This is the consequences of your actions, and y'all are going to have to sit with it. In the Black community, there's a saying that I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard: you will be okay once the swelling goes down.
We have some big news right now. The Department of Agriculture just ended a 35-year-old policy that was designed to help Black farmers.
So there's basically 2 problems that Black farmers face with getting more of us onto the land and dealing with the equity problem that these programs that have just been defunded are designed to address. One is that currently Black farmers are only 2 to 4% of the farming population. The second problem is getting more farmers, getting a bigger share of Black farmers is going to mean you've got to get more new farmers in, more first generation farmers in. What the Trump administration has done by getting rid of the whole socially disadvantaged designation is to really affect that first problem. The operating loans and the equipment loans and the stuff that existing farmers really rely on in order to be able to conduct their operations, because traditional banks generally aren't going to fund something as risky as farming. There are financial programs through the USDA that are supposed to target first-generation farmers and people that aren't necessarily on the land yet, but they don't really solve the problem. Like, if they solve the problem, then you wouldn't have issues with white farmers wondering who's going to take over the farm. Like, there's a first-generation farmer problem with white people too. So these beginning programs, whether they target socially disadvantaged people or not, they're not solving the first-generation farmer problem because they're not designed to. I've been outspoken about this for a very long time, often to my detriment. I got in a lot of trouble with the whole black food justice community when I came out strongly opposed to the Justice for Black Farmers Act, because all it did was toss more would-be farmers into this meat grinder of USDA programs and this whole system of farms that sits under this layer of agribusiness that just presses them and presses them and presses them. All it did was throw black bodies into that meat grinder. And I got in a lot of trouble when I said this is a stupid idea that mostly enriches nonprofits and really nobody else. So anyway, to deal with this issue, I talked about the layers. You've got agriculture here, you've got agribusiness here, and this usually presses down on the farmers. What we need, if we're ever going to address the equity problem, the representation problem with black farmers and other farmers of color, disadvantaged farmers being able to get into agriculture, we have to start controlling the agribusiness layer. And there's almost no money coming from the government for the agribusiness layer. The agribusiness layer is everything that happens after the farm. So it's all the processing, the packing, the food safety stuff, the marketing, the distribution, the retail sales, the wholesale sale, all of that stuff. And as long as government equity programs are all about land access or operating loans or buying farm equipment and not about developing processing infrastructure or trucking or shipping or anything like that, then it was never going to solve the problem. So there's two things that have to happen at once. First, we need to elect people into office who are going to put back socially disadvantaged designations, because contrary to what the Trump administration says, what needs to be done to address inequalities has not been done. White people, especially white men, have had a 360-year head start in this race, and we've had 35 years of a minor speed boost to try to catch up. So, haven't done enough. If you wanted to catch up in 35 years the inequality between white farmers and black farmers, you would have to give black farmers access to the same free land programs that white folks got back in the 1860s, in the early 20th century. But we're not getting that. The socially disadvantaged stuff, all that does is make sure that we're not completely excluded from competing for the same programs that white folks have always had access to. There's never been a free ride for us like white folks got. That is the foundation of all the farmland and farm wealth that they have now. So again, really important to elect people that are going to put that designation back, so at least we're not falling further behind. But the second and more important thing to do is to understand that those programs that exist now are not going to get more people like me, first-generation farmers, onto the land. They're just not designed to. There's two things we have to do that are different. Number one, if we want the government involved, which maybe we do, maybe we don't, now that we see how capricious it can all be, we would need something like an SBA designation that is specific for agriculture and agribusiness, so we can use 7A loans to build agribusinesses more easily. Or that kind of funding could come through the USDA itself and just skip the SBA. So it's targeted for agribusiness. So for people setting up meat processors or vegetable processing outfits, or attaching things like trucking and fulfillment and retail to integrated agribusinesses. But here's the thing. If you're building an integrated business like that, where you have the farming in addition to the agribusiness, you are going to be a lot more attractive to conventional capital, even mission capital that's not going to demand these extractive returns that you often see demanded from venture capital out of tech. So here's the shameless plug. The book that I wrote, the ebook that I wrote, is all about how to build a business, an integrated agribusiness that includes both the farming and the agribusiness part, so that you can attract traditional capital, so you don't have to worry about the caprice and arbitrariness of the government and the political winds that are just like doing this. So if you seriously want to see what could be done right now about agriculture, whether you yourself want to farm or not, if you just want to be informed about what the landscape is like and what food systems of the future need to look like in order to be more equitable, not only towards black folks and native folks, but towards the environment, towards consumers who are getting built more and more and more, no matter what friggin' color you are, read my book. It's got a lot of stuff in it you're going to want to know. Follow me for more niche farm rants.
Major breaking news. The white people in the United States are now crying. They are regretting why they elected President Donald Trump as their president in the United States. They have been literally affected a lot. No food they can't afford. They can't afford even water. You won't believe this. And let me tell you, they are saying if it could be their mean to remove Donald Trump, they could have done it. This is the same president who said that he could make the United States great, but it's literally opposite of expectation of everything. Taxes are increasing, tariffs, sanctions all over. People are literally pissed off. They thought that Donald Trump could flip the pages and chapters of everything in the United States according to how he used to talk before leadership. But now everything is literally opposite. And people are saying on social media, maybe the Africans can intervene so that everything can literally change. But this is the same president who has been banning a lot of African nations not to even go to the United States. How can be African intervention had by President Donald Trump?
But instead of pulling up their bootstraps, they're going for welfare. They're going for subsidies. They're going for American handouts. Just mere months after saying, we don't support welfare programs, cut Medicare, cut Medicaid, cut everything to these LGBTQIARSTUV people. Pull up your bootstraps, Arkansas. Sell something Americans want to buy. Talk to your man Donnie Darko about the Department of War, because hell, they might be coming to your town soon. He might be bringing the National Guard to Arkansas and you won't have any farmland left anyway. Look, folks, Donnie Darko is destroying America, and if you can't see it, it's a part of the Heritage Foundation, Project 2025. Go look it up. It's a blueprint. Donnie Darko is following it to a T.
Guess who just got the tea about what's going over on MAGA sides, specifically with the farmers in Arkansas? Child, them Trump tariffs is kicking their asses so bad that at the most recent NEA meeting, representative assembly that took place on Friday, the farmers in Arkansas all collectively broke down in prayer. They started calling on to God. They started calling on to God because they cannot trust that Donald Trump is actually going to keep his word. See, the big beautiful bill, which a lot of these Arkansas farmers voted for, and the Trump administration is currently renaming because it did not accurately describe what was in the bill, promised a lot of the people in the agriculture industry benefits that a lot of these businesses will not live to see as they all take effect in 2026, 2027, late 2026 and early 2027 to be exact. But like I stated, a lot of those businesses will not be around long enough to see it come into fruition. Apparently around that time, a quarter of the farming industry in Arkansas will be out of business. And y'all already know that I always come with the evidence. I always have the clip. So stay tuned for the clip provided by ABC7.
The government steps in to save them. Farmers had no one to turn to but God.
So they're closer today than anyone else on this earth because we deal with your earth every day. You know, we're hurting you. We can't deal with what's happened to us.
Dear Lord, we are hurting here, Lord. We can't help what has happened to us. You actually could have helped it because you could have voted against it. Y'all could have voted for Kamala, but like you stated, she has a weird laugh. And here's a screenshot of the article. You can go and find it. Let's read along to the title. People have little sympathy for the Arkansas farmers who are asking Trump for emergency funding to save their farms. And because they can't trust on Trump to actually come through with these emergency funds, they started praying. I probably should have highlighted what I'm about to read, but it's in quotations at the top. It says, I have never been as worried as I am now about whether or not my kids and grandkids will be able to carry on. Welcome to the mentality of the average Black American here. Welcome to the mentality of the average Hispanic Latino person here. Welcome to the mentality of the average marginalized group member here in America. And to think that all of this could have been avoided, had you just listened to those same marginalized groups. If you would have just listened to the Black Americans here in this country, to the 92%, if you would have just listened. And now, ironically, the same tool that you used to oppress the marginalized groups in this country, the Black Americans in this country, the formerly enslaved people of America, religion, Christianity, prayer, is now the only tool that you can rely on, because you can't trust in your government to look out for you. You can't trust in your government to help you. How fucking ironic. And just a reminder, because I know y'all like to forget, right? Anytime, historically speaking, by the way, the Black Americans of this country stated that they needed help, they wanted to be treated fairly, they wanted equality, you told them to pray harder. You sent them to church. You told them to pray harder. That if it's really meant for them, all they had to do was pray harder and God was going to hear them. So that's my advice to you, you farmers in Arkansas. Pray harder, okay? Just keep praying. However, I do have a strong inkling that we are not praying to the same gods. I know the God that I pray to. There's only one. I don't know what you're praying to, but pray harder, okay? God bless America.
African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African American.
Bravo, bravo. That's what they look at Black people as. The help. Not as allyship, just disposable help. Someone that they could put in front of them as a shield. And that's why a lot of these white Cubans left Cuba. It's not necessarily because of politics or ideology. It's because of racial equality. Before the Cuban Revolution, they used to discriminate against Black Cubans. It was legal. Black Cubans didn't have access to healthcare or education, and they lived in poorer conditions where they served the white Cubans. After the Cuban Revolution, all that changed. They start promoting racial equality. Black Cubans start having access to healthcare, access to education. And a lot of white Cubans, that made them feel uncomfortable. They were used to the old Cuba, where they had an upper advantage on the Black Cubans. They're not going to bring this information up freely. That's why when she says save us, servitude, you're nothing but the help, disposable help. Make my white Cuban life a little bit easier and comfortable, since our white savior, Trump, is deporting us.
Okay, y'all. So I just watched 2 different videos of Hispanic women crying. And baby, we're gonna unpack this because I judge. If you are new here, it's your girl Maya Lamisha, favorite cousin on your mama's side, the opinionated stay-at-home mama. Okay, and like I said, I watched 2 different videos of Hispanic women crying. Okay, the first woman, she was crying saying that she regret voting for Trump. She believed everything he said that he was gonna do and blah, 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 blah. I don't know if she watched the same things that I watched, but he already said it was gonna be a mass deportation. I don't understand why they acting all confuzzled like that's not what that man said before he got elected. I heard him say it. I know y'all heard him say it. That's why we said we was gonna mind our 92%, because we heard him say what he was gonna do once he got in office, and now he doing what he said he was gonna do, and now everybody acting confuzzled. I'm confused by your confusion, ma'am. Now, the other lady, she is asking for the support of the African-American people, because she said back in the day when slavery was happening, that some of us ran to Mexico and they gave us shelter, and you never know the way everything going on in the future. We may need Mexico again, is what she said. So she don't understand how we not jumping in to help save them. And for my recollection, Black people been considered the bottom of the totem pole for the longest. Even Hispanic people didn't like us that well. It was a whole debacle between being Hispanic and Afro-Latina, because they felt like Afro-Latinas was the bottom of the totem pole. But now you want help from us after we told y'all not to vote for him? We've been asking for decades for people to stand with us and march with us for our rights and Black Lives Matter, and y'all just kept saying all lives matter. But now that it's convenient for y'all want us to say Hispanic lives matters when y'all wouldn't even agree with us that Black lives matter. Again, I'm confused on the confusion about what y'all wanted us to do, because we told y'all we was down the ride and everything. But then when y'all voted for him, when we seen the percentage of how many Hispanic people actually voted for him, we told y'all don't ask us for no help later on. We said this to y'all, but yet now and still y'all want some help from us. We told y'all we was minding our business. I'm confuzzled with you, okay? Now, I'm not saying what he doing is right. I'm not saying that we agree with what he doing. What we saying is we told y'all. So if y'all want any help from us and advice from us, we just gonna tell y'all carry around y'all paperwork, because there's nothing we can do to help y'all, because we told y'all, he told y'all, they told y'all, they all said they was gonna do, and now everybody confused. I'm confused at the confusion. Okay, just carry your paperwork. That's all I can say.
So guys, as we are still continue watching this video, I have some of the comment here that also majority of black people, they have come out and share in the comment section. So I want to read a few and then we continue watching the video. So this one is saying that it's time for them to pull up themselves up by their bootstrap. So this one is saying that we now know how much we are hated. Thank you, Lord, for exposing these demons. God first, not Trump. Yeah, so right now these people, they have been exposed, because right now they are realizing that the people who have been helping them, it is the immigrant people and black people. So when the immigrant people, they are being deported, they are not showing up in the farms. This tells you that these people, they are lazy. These people, they are highly depending to the black people and immigrant people. So right now they are now feeling it. They are now feeling the consequences of voting against racism. They are now feeling the effect of voting against their own interests. These people, they voted to punish black people and immigrant people, but right now it is like God, he has come through for these people. God also, he has decided to punish these white folks for voting to punish others. So kindly guys, let us continue watching, then I'll be back with more comment.
While Trump is busy praising the black from Africa and all over the world, something really strange is happening in the United States. Just imagine as we speak, all the whites from the United States have taken to the social media crying over Donald Trump's regime. They are saying that due to Donald Trump, the cost of living in the United States has really gone up, and they are calling upon all the blacks to help them fight this regime. They're also saying that due to Donald Trump, there's high taxation in the United States, and they're also regretting of why they voted Donald Trump as the next president of the United States. And as of now, they're saying that they don't want anything to do with Donald Trump. They want Donald Trump to step down at all costs. Now, do you think the blacks from Africa and all over the world will hear the cry of the whites from the United States and help them fight the regime of Donald Trump? Or do you think the blacks in Africa and from all over the world, and to be precise, in the United States, will keep on minding their own business?
A hospital in Jersey put up a flyer asking for nurses to volunteer their time on the weekend to pick and harvest blueberries. They gotta be smoking the finest dope or something. I don't know. I just left my big sister's page because she was talking about this, and she's also a nurse practitioner. So I'm just gonna echo and just add some other stuff onto what she said. It wasn't enough that we had to work real hard to get a nursing degree. It's not enough that we bust our behinds working and taking care of patients, not getting adequate breaks, burnout, stress. Some of us have a lot of anxiety, depression because COVID and everything else. You asked me to volunteer my time on the weekend to pick and harvest blueberries as some advancement for a clinical ladder project? Y'all need to go and just find something else better to do and find somebody else to play with, because nurses is not the ones. And I don't even know why anybody would think that this was okay to post or put up a flyer in a hospital and do. Like, get somebody else to do it.
Now, to move up a clinical ladder, they want nurses to pick blueberries. I saw Tanya posted this on her page. You can pick them on the weekends, right? You can pick up your shifts. You know what's next, right? Cotton.
There's stories all over the internet about farmers going bankrupt across the country. And I want you to know, I want to feel sorry for you. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to care at all. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because typically I have empathy, but I'm really, really tired of telling you farmers and you people that are in rural parts of the United States, I'm tired of telling you what your vote does to you. Yeah, I mean, you guys in the red states, you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you're broke. You don't have any money. West Virginia, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, you get my point. You're broke. And yet you keep voting for the Republican Party that wants nothing to do with you. And farmers, guess what? You're included. But you keep voting red, and now you want me to feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Down. Volunteers needed for blueberry harvesting.
Okay, so I had to put on my sophistication glasses for this one. But you're telling me in order to move up the career ladder and to get my staff nurse 3, I need to go out there and pick up the slack that the U.S. government has created? You want nurses who are already so exhausted and leaving hospitals and bedside care in droves to go out to the farms and pick blueberries. Am I hearing this right?
These raggedy mother... So I've been a nurse for 15 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, but this is some bullshit. Apparently there's a hospital in New Jersey that is asking their nurses to volunteer on their days off and weekends off to go pick blueberries. Pick blueberries. I currently work in multiple specialties, but one of them that I'm spending a lot of time in right now is inpatient psych, usually the geriatric population. So that means Mima hasn't taken her meds in a while. She's 95 years old, and she thinks she's pregnant, and she thinks we're trying to poison her, and she thinks that I'm the hussy that tried to steal her man back in 1954. So every time I show up, she's trying to fight me. And that means Papa doesn't know where he is, or why he can't leave, or why he's here. So he tries to throw his walker at us regularly for 12 to 16 hours, trying to keep these patients safe, medicate them, reorient them, trying to keep them from harming us, trying to deal with family members that are unrealistic and not understanding disease processes. And you mean to tell me, after 12 to 16 hours of that, for 3 to 4 days, maybe even 5 during the week, you want me, to go pick blueberries? All I can tell you is this: there's gonna be no wading in the water. Absolutely not. Somebody might be catching a fade in the water though, because what kind of BS is this? Have a good day, y'all. I don't even know what to say.
So I'm a black farmer, and a lot of people are wondering, why are black farmers not panicking like a lot of white farmers? Well, let me explain to you the reasons why. It's because white farmers have been handed everything to them. A lot of them. Not saying all of them, but a good bit of them. And by that I mean this. MLK even pointed out. He says, farmers in the West and the Midwest who were white, they were given land, they were given money, they were given training, they were given a lot. Whereas the black farmers weren't given anything, and the largest civil rights settlement in U.S. history is Pickford v. Glickman, where you had a class action lawsuit, bunch of black farmers all joined the lawsuit, and they won a huge settlement because the USDA was shown to be racist for decades. So because black farmers haven't been given anything, we've been learning to do without, unlike your white farmers. So when things are taken away from you, all your subsidies, all your tax breaks, guess what? You panic. Whereas we've always been going through this shit. So there's problems in privilege.
And another thing, who's going to pick blueberries on their day off for your organization after serving 12 hours or more at the bedside, being exhausted, pushing through exhaustion, being underpaid, unappreciated, pouring from an empty cup to serve the patients at your organization? Now on the weekends or on my days off, you want me to volunteer to pick blueberries? Girl, don't piss me off.
Y'all, they is asking nurses to go and harvest blueberries on their free time. A hospital in New Jersey has a flyer going around asking nurses to go and harvest blueberries on their free time for free. I can't make this shit up, y'all. Look. Pause to read. All I can think about is somebody that works in the hospital or has ties to the hospital owns a farm and they're low on farm workers. But asking nurses is diabolical. Y'all didn't think this out right, did y'all? Joke's on you.
I don't know if y'all have heard the latest, but they want nurses to go and pick blueberries on the weekend as a part of a clinical letter project. You want nurses with all their 5011 degrees and letters after their name to go and harvest blueberries for free under the guise of it can help them with their clinical ladder advancement project? No. Baby, no. No. If you are short farmers, let's think of why. And do you really think that we have extra nurses in the hospital that are going to just have time to go pick some damn blueberries? Like, y'all didn't think this through. Y'all really did not think this through. If you have not seen the sign going around that hospital that nurses can go and harvest 20,000 blueberries on the weekend, go check it out and tap in and let me. I can't even talk because I'm just so worked up. Nurses ain't picking no damn blueberries. I don't know if y'all have heard the latest, but they want nurses to go and pick blueberries on the weekend as a part of a clinical letter project. You want nurses with all their 5011 degrees and letters after their name to go and harvest blueberries for free under the guise of it can help them with their clinical ladder advancement project? No. Baby, no. If you are short farmers, let's think of why. And do you really think that we have extra nurses in the hospital that are going to just have time to go pick some damn blueberries? Like, y'all didn't think this through. Y'all really did not think this through. If you have not seen the sign going around a hospital that nurses can go and harvest 20,000 blueberries on the weekend, go check it out and tap in and let me. I can't even talk because I'm just so worked up. Nurses ain't picking no damn blueberries.
Hey family, I want you to listen and watch this request this white man is making for our black men. And we'll talk about it.
Black men, I think we need you. I think America needs you. Okay? And I know it's unfair after everything this country's done to you to ask you to save it. But I think you're the only people who can.
Stop right there. First of all, no, you're not going to put the lives of our precious black men on the line. You yourself just admitted that this country, black men, is ass to kiss. And so now you're going to ask, you have the audacity and the caucasity to request that our black men get out here and what? Solve the Trump problem that racist white folk created in the first place? No, they will not.
All this stuff going on with Izzy and Palestine, well, someone's got to stop them.
So now on top of solving the problems here in America, now you want our black men to solve geopolitical problems happening in Israel and Palestine? Oh, so now you want our black men to put on superhero capes and fix everything when I thought our black men were just lazy and shiftless and ain't worth a dime. Because isn't that what you've been perpetuating and telling us about our black men for decades now, for centuries? And now they got to what? Solve the political crisis in Israel? Wow.
And anybody that says something, anytime you get a white guy or even a Jewish dude speaking out about it, they hit them with the racist label, anti-Semitic, stuff like that. Black guys, you can do it. Dude, white guys, white people, they're not gonna jump on the you're racist train to black guys. And even if they do, I mean, come on, you can rubber glue that shit, okay? And I'm not saying we need black guys to come at it like Kanye, but we just need you to speak the fucking truth.
So I'll speak the truth. It is not the responsibility of our black men to go out here and fix the problems of white America. That has been the problem since the beginning of time. You white folk want our black men to fix your problems when it's convenient for you. Yeah, when it's convenient, if it's making you money on the football field, if it's making you money in basketball, if it's making you money in the music industry, if it's making you money anywhere, you want them to be there for you and to help you and to rescue you. But when a black man stands up in front of the United States of America and says that he is the president, he's all kind of niggas, his wife is a monkey, his kids are getting death threats, and it's a major disrespect. And not one time did I hear you call on black men then to say stand up for your president. So no. Black men, fall back, stand down. You created this problem, white man. Now you solve it.
California farm workers are on a strike from today all the way to the 18th. They're asking us to not buy any produce for those 3 days in support of this strike. This is all happening after the ICE raids that happened in Camarillo. It was a huge ICE raid. People were detained. Even a U.S. citizen, a vet, was detained. I think he's released now, but I really think that they should go longer than this until they get what they want. They're actually looking for a pathway to citizenship, but without them, we wouldn't have our produce. I also heard that there is this New Jersey hospital. I saw the flyer too, and they're passing out flyers asking nurses to volunteer weekday mornings to harvest blueberries so that they don't go to waste. Nurses, for free. They're asking them to go on their free time and harvest blueberries. What the fuck is going on? Why don't y'all go harvest blueberries? Whoever is on this side to deport all the farmers, whoever is against the farmers, go harvest the blueberries. Why are y'all asking nurses? What the fuck is going on?
How stupid can you be? First off, we don't even like being outside.
So President Sunny D promised to fix the job market by deporting 11 million undocumented workers. Like it was a new binge series, ICE, Special Victims of Common Sense. Megatron told black voters, Mexicans are taking your jobs. Like we were all gonna add day laborer to our resumes by Monday morning. But guess what? 2025 just hit a record. More farm bankruptcies in the first quarter than all of 2024 combined. Farmers are begging for help. And Commander Coppertone, he sent ICE back out, even stricter, because clearly the problem was too many workers keeping the economy alive. Turns out crops don't pick themselves, restaurants don't staff themselves, and black folks, they aren't lining up to break their backs for $10 an hour with no benefits just because Trump ran out of scapegoats. They thought they could swap immigrants for Job Corps-less inner city youth, you know, the same ones they underfund, over-police, and call thugs on TV. This was never about jobs. It was about villains, about vibes. Really, it was all about votes. But now, capitalism's on line one, and it wants its workers back. Now make that make sense.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how a majority of MAGA people, they are really suffering, and also you have heard how they are coming out and really crying, and you have heard how they are regretting for voting for this administration, because majority of them, they went ahead and vote for this administration knowing that the policy will not affect them. They will affect immigrant people and black people, but it has turned out that also also these policies, it is also affecting them. You have seen how the white people right now, they are struggling in America. Majority of them, they are going bankrupt, especially the farmers. They are going bankrupt. Majority of the people, they are losing job. Majority of them, they cannot even afford basic necessities. But the black people, they are telling them that it is now the right time for you guys also to feel what black people they have been feeling for over 400 years. So even right now, whatever they are going through, it is they should not cry. It is because these people, they brought it themselves. It is not the black people who have done it. No, it is them who have done it, and they don't need to cry. So black people, you can see majority of black people, they don't have sympathy to these people, to these farmers who are going bankrupt, to these white folks who are really struggling right now. So I want to continue reading some of the comment and see what people they have come out and share on the comment section. So this one saying that, who are the fool through they are vote for him again. So these people, it is now the second time. The first time they voted for Trump, they saw how economy went, and right now they voted also for the second time for Donald Trump, and right now they are now realizing that they put a bad man in office. So this one is saying that we minding our black businesses 92% and 86% are eating popcorn and watching everybody else fall apart. You all voted for this deal with it. Yeah, so these people, they voted for this deal with it. So right now, black people, they are sitting down watching how they are crying, taking the popcorn. You can imagine that feeling of, but black people, they played a major role. Black people, they warned these people early not to vote in for Donald Trump, but these people, they didn't listen. So these people, they thought that black people, they want to put their fellow person in office. They want to put Kamala Harris in office because Kamala Harris is black. And also they went ahead and saw the gender of Kamala Harris, and they decided, no, we are not going to put a black person in office. So these people, they voted against racism. These people, they voted against their own interest. But right now, we are seeing the people are being affected. It is them. It is not the black people, because black people saw what it is coming, and these people, they prepared. So this one saying that karma is coming for karma is coming to collect in America, but we gonna be okay because it's not our DNA. So this one saying that every knee will bow and every tongue will confess God. So this one saying that they already taught us a lesson. Mind our race-based businesses. So this one saying that America will not be saved. Yeah, America will not be saved. So this one saying that you will be okay. You will be okay once this swelling gone down savage. So this one said that black American aren't helping anyone but ourselves. Deal with it. Yeah. So this one saying that black Americans, they are not going to help anyone, but they are helping themselves. You know, black Americans, they have been going through this for over years, and they know how to thrive in it. So that's why you can see black people, they are not crying, because these people, they know the challenges and the struggle, and they have been living with it, and they know how to overcome it. So these white folks right now, they are now seeing it is very hard to thrive through these challenges and this struggle. So this was saying that I'm a black American woman, 92%. My God said he put the black lady on the ballot. You former said no. So our God said no. Law, stay strong, my black Americans family. So this was saying that where are all of the white boys who built this country, claiming their jobs were taken? Yeah, so these people, they were coming out and said that the immigrant people that the ones who are taking their job. So they voted these people to be deported. And right now we are seeing there's a lot of jobs in the farms. Why are these people not going to pick the crops in the farms? That's why these white farms cannot go bankrupt. The MAGA people, the Republicans, they need to go in the farms and help their fellow farmers. So this was saying that J.D. Vance and his company coming for those farms. Yeah, J.D. Vance is coming to buy all these farms for the farmers who are going bankruptcy, who are really crying. J.D. Vance, just wait for J.D. Vance to come and buy those farms. These people, they did this so that they can come and buy your farm. So this one saying that they thought slavery was coming back. So this one saying that we are God's children, leave us alone. So you can see this one saying that they thought slavery they thought slavery was coming back. So we know how these people that have been seeing black people, these people, they thought that after deporting migrant people, the black people will come out and work in the farms like the days of slavery. But black people, they have been telling them, no, we are having a better jobs. We are not going to work in the farms. So this is saying that I'm confused about the confusion. Yeah, so this one is saying that I am Asian Indian, makes 475,000 per year and voted for Harris. Biden helped farmers with the provision in the Inflation Reduction ACT. So yet All you MAGA folks still vote for Trump instead of Harris to show your racism. Now you are going bankrupt and I have no sympathy for you. I'll see you at the traffic light holding your I will work for food sign, but I won't give you any money or food. Enjoy your Trump vote. Yeah. So this one saying that there is this one is saying that 76% of MAGA white people are on some type of social service. Yeah. So this one saying that I am Hispanic and fully support this message. Continue to mind you all business and let everyone have the day they vote for. Yeah, so this one is telling them that you guys voted for this, now enjoy. So this one saying that I didn't spend 3+ years and being assaulted by patients to go pick blueberries. They got the nerve pay us what we are worth, and even then I'm still not going it. So you can see these people, they thought that black people will run in the farms after immigrant people, they have been deported. These people, they thought that black people will run in the farm to do those jobs, but black people refuse, because black people, they know that these people, they will not pay them good wages, because you know these people that have been taking advantage of immigrant people, they have been paying them low wages. So right now black people, they are saying that if you are going to give us higher wages, we might not, they are saying that they will not go, we might going back, we might coming to help you in the farms, but even they are 50-50, they are not even sure to go and work in the farm. So you can see how black people, they are treating these MAGA farmers. So this one saying that let them fall, we need to help ourselves rise. So this one saying that Jesus is black man. Yeah, this one saying that evil people always say they are Christian and do wrong and turn and pray. Limau, they prayed for their savior Trump and worship him like he was a king. Yeah, so this one, now they are realizing that Trump is not their God. So this one saying that they are losing their stuff and the government allow Dodge to cut program so severely that they are getting less, and Medicaid cut food, housing, and they are the ones suffering because of unbeknownst to them. Black folks weren't privy to and like that, not interested in being monitored to receive it praise. So this was saying that black folks were always forced to save America by free labor. So this one saying that we are not available. So this is saying that black people are not available. So guys, you have heard, those are the message that black people, they have come out and said. And also you can share your message on the comment section. I'll be reading it in my next video. Thank you so much guys. God bless you. This video, it is only for educational purposes. We are here to learn guys.